and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Ooga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi, everybody. How are you? And how are you, darling?
I'm doing great.
You sound great. And it's so nice to see all of you for our favorite hour of the week right here on Psychic Sundays Live. And, I did a collaboration yesterday with my friend from Haunting Live podcast, Chris. And you can see that on Divine Angel Readings. And that was a collaboration we had a lot of fun. We actually looked at the Ontario election coming up.
It's a federal election there.
The federal election, sorry. Anyhow, I just took a preliminary look at it, and I did see it's going to get nasty. People are going to get personal. But it's kind of funny because one of the things I picked up on, which politicians are this way, is that they're going to be so busy trash talking their opponents that they're not really going to address what Ontarians want. Canada, what Canadians want. But I do see that the person who wins will be the one who focuses in on family and the economy and just the kitchen table issues. So we'll see who that is. And also seeing who it is, we have email this week. Email. And as you know, anyone who sends me an email gets their reading done first. And so we have some repeat offenders here, which is A-okay with me. I like getting your emails.
Every single one of them.
Shh. Okay, so our first email is from Patricia. And Patricia says, "Hi, Sally. I'm finally going to Vancouver next Saturday." Well, good for you. Because you've been saying you want to go to Vancouver, and then you're looking for a way to put down roots here. So it makes perfect sense. The universe is giving you what you want. How long? Oh, always. How long will it take to get back on my feet out there? Well, it didn't take you that long to find a job. The universe everything. Oh, the universe cut everything off in Ottawa, and if I stay, I will end up homeless, and I will more than likely be homeless in Vancouver, but the weather's nicer, until I can get back on my feet. You're resilient, I think you will, but we'll throw some cards on that. I'm ready for a big leap of faith, regardless of if it means following my heart. Patricia. Well, that is admirable. That's what all of us should do. Life's too short to do anything less. And I think that I'm just going to pull out my old friends, the Pamela Coleman Smith deck, breaking those in. I love the fact that it uses the name of Pamela Coleman Smith, who's the artist. For years they called it the Rider-Waite deck, and that always chapped my cheeks because Rider's just a publisher. Anyhow, off my soapbox, on with Patricia. And how is Patricia going to do in Vancouver? And put up 3 cards. Whoops. Honey, you'll do just fine. You will do just fine. It is a new beginning. And I could see what... Oh.
Which card is that?
That is the Ace of Cups. And that is a bold new beginning. Sometimes it's associated with birth, but... I don't see babies around you. I'm just being funny. But it is about a new beginning, and is something joyous and growing. So that is you. I couldn't ask for a better card. I'll peek at the ones they throw out there. Yeah, it tells me you got the 2, and you see how the guy's just holding the world in his hands and he's looking out there. That's you. That's how you feel right now. Thinking about all that the world has to offer. And I think you'll do really good. Wands and Pentacles are excellent cards to have around you when you're going out for a new adventure. Oh, okay. So this is all good. The thing that's going to take you a while is to find a new boyfriend. So then that's not all bad. You got to focus in on other things, but love will come, but at its own dear pace. Okay, good on you, Patricia.
That was a reading for Patricia. Next we have Wicked Fairies up next.
And Wicked Fairy says, "Hello, Queen. I'm curious to get your input about the energy around me what the energy around me looks like next month when dealing with my relationship and family." Oh, okay. So, Wicked Fairy and the energies next month. Let's just do a northeast southwest, because I know you're thinking about family and you're thinking about your relationship, but you're a whole person. And I have a feeling that September is going to be a bit of a busy month for you, and you're going to have to keep your focus. You're going to have to keep your focus on pretty much, well, everything. So we'll do north, east. You see, the first thing it tells you, right in your grounding, don't forget about the money angle. South and west. Now, south and west are the areas of inspiration. Yeah, it's fire and water. So it's the things that get you charged up and emotional. And so that's relationships and family. And relationship and family can certainly do that. But if you notice, these are both cards that talk about feeling trapped in a situation, but they're both reversed. So give everybody a second chance. Be a little bit more open in September, because it looks like obstacles and obstacles are falling out of your way. Everybody's walls are coming down a bit, so you can kind of communicate with them a little bit better. That's what I'm trying to say. The walls are coming down there. I like to see that. Relationship wise, you've got the King of Cups, and I have a feeling, my eyes just keep drawing to this concrete pad this his throne sits on, and I feel like he might be grounded in your life a bit, but he's got emotions that he's kind of got to straighten around in September. So look for him to be a little flaky in September. That's okay. That's okay. It's a good time for you to focus in on your career. Don't miss an opportunity to make a little bit more money, because it's saying, look carefully at the money. And I have a feeling that these are opportunities that you might miss. That's the first thing I got, is that you have to keep your eyes on the prize, basically. So emotionally, your boyfriend, be patient with him. Give him until October. But with your family, they seem to be a little bit more receptive to new ideas. So focus in on your family and work, and let your boyfriend work out his emotional issues on his own.
Well, there you go, Wicked Fairy. Next up, we've got Shaggy Star, Swaggy Star.
Okay, and I want to make sure that I read this correctly. Okay, so it says, "Hi, Queen. I recently had something interesting happen. I was watching TV and I felt like my throat was going to close, but it didn't, like if I was going to get sick. Now this happened twice days apart. I realized it wasn't me, so I figure it must be the guy interested in me finally realizing he should. So, Queen, what does this mean for me and this connection with this guy? Thank you in advance." Well, Swaggy Star, I'm awfully glad that you wrote, because that is dangerously borderline obsessive. I've got to be honest with you. If you're feeling a feeling in your throat, it's more likely to be an allergy. Because if there's really a connection, it's direct face-to-face contact. So it's really you're getting yourself into kind of a bad state of mind if you start focusing on little feelings like that and putting everything unusual right toward this guy just because you want him to pay attention to you. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm being honest with you. Just chill out, take a deep breath, be grateful for what's around you, live in the now, and quit looking for signs. When he wants to get a hold of you, he's going to send you an email. It's going to be directly in your face. But having said that, Swaggy Star, because I know how very important it is, let me see how you're doing right now. And I want to do a northeast, southwest on you too, okay? Just cut it up. And north, you're grounding. East, east is messages coming your way. South is your passion. And west is your emotions. Okay, so you've got a lot of pentacles. And pentacles are well-grounded cards. But they also say that this, again, just like Patricia, this is a time for you to kind of distract yourself by focusing in on career. Because you're fighting this Five of Wands in the East. You know, the messages that you're looking for. You have this conflict, but when it's turned upside down, it's saying that you're trying too hard. Okay, so just relax. Don't worry that you don't get anything for a day or two. Just relax. It'll come back around. You know, you're playing the long game. He's a hard one to get. If you don't want to play the long game with this guy, then you need to find someone else. And here, here west in the area of emotions, you've got the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles, as you can see, are things doled out in a measured way. But when it's reversed, that tells me that you're not even getting a little bit from this guy. Okay? So, again, it's time for you to go back to square one and just get yourself a little bit more grounded. And that will improve your path. Because if you get yourself a little bit more grounded, you can actually put yourself in a situation, the situation you're looking for, a stable, grounded situation that will last for generations. And that's something you can build around you, but certainly not by being ungrounded and unrealistic. Okay, so keep in mind you're playing the long game. I'm just going to throw one for confirmation. Yeah. Confirmation says if you don't hear from him in 3 weeks, and seriously hear from him, not this psychic messages thing, if you don't, look for somebody else. Because, if it's just an obsession, it's not good for you. Okay? And I want what's good for you. Okay, so.
One more email question from Virgo Queen.
Our favorite Virgo Queen. Oh, Virgo Queen. Virgo Queen, the hot. Virgo Queen, the impatient. Because Virgo Queen says, "Hi, beautiful Queen. I hope you are doing good." Oh, I am, and I'm so glad to hear from you. I'm doing good. I am just wondering which one you see happening first for us before the year ends. New home or finding out I'm pregnant. I remember pregnancy was in September. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, just relax. Enjoy the moment. I am, you're in such a good position. So instead of worrying about what's happening next, don't forget to enjoy the now. And I know I keep saying that to you over and over again. But having said that, with a new month coming up, let's actually we can look at September next week, because I know you'll write me again. I hope you will anyway. So let's see what should Virgo Queen be focusing on this week? What's the best thing for Virgo Queen to know about this week? Oh, that's an interesting card. The universe is telling you to be patient. Yeah, it's saying that you'll get everything you want, one step at a time. So even the universe is telling you to be patient. So when you have the world right side up, it means that you've gotten everything. You have all the elements, and you see how the figure in the middle is dancing, but you have it reversed, which means it's still there to be, to be realized, but you haven't gotten there yet. But enjoy the journey. Really enjoy the journey, because once you get everything you want, then you have to figure out what you want next, right? So what works against you? Yeah, it's the impatience, it's the anxiousness, because this is a card of the thief, and it's telling me, and it's the emotional thief, and all this worrying. And I know it's a Virgo thing. Trust me, I'm a Virgo, But all this worrying and this anxiousness and what's going to happen next, what's going to happen next, is actually stealing happiness from you. You need to just, when you get anxious like that, just stop yourself, take a deep breath, and look around you. And look around you with eyes of gratitude. Look around you and see the things around you that you can be grateful for right now. And it'll bring you back into the now, and it'll make you happy in the now. You know, because I know it's a pretty exciting time of your life, and you're just like, what next, what next, what next? But, you know, if you have a great dessert and you gobble it all up, you don't have a dessert anymore, right? So the best thing in your life, and again, you've got the Empress, and the Empress is a pregnant woman. And it's reversed, so you're not pregnant yet, but it's there. It is definitely there. So you've got the world, you've got the pregnancy. It's coming. It's going to happen. Take a deep breath and enjoy the now. Remember, once the babies come around, you and Ivan are not going to have privacy. And you won't be able to do all the adult things that you guys are enjoying now.
All right, folks, just a reminder that all readings are for entertainment purposes only. And if you would like a reading from Sally in person, you can get a hold of her at the Spa Near the Tracks at 519-272-1293. So if you want a reading in person with Sally, call and make an appointment. They're going fast.
Yes, and I just released 4 dates for September, so I will be available at the spa on September 3rd, September 4th, September 17th, and September 18th. When I release the October dates, I will let you guys know as well. But if you want to see me in September at the spa, you can see me at any of those 4 dates, and I hope you do come and see me.
And our first question is from, hi everybody, how are you all doing? Xena's here, Desmond is here, Patricia we already knew about, Queen of Swords, hello, Selena, hello. Our first question is from Desmond.
Hi, Desmond.
Will I get a music deal soon?
Oh, Desmond and a music deal. Okay. So they finally stopped jumping. Okay. Desmond and a music deal. This card is sometimes called the wish card. And yes, it's upside down, so your wish hasn't been granted yet. But the fact that it's here says, oh, you could still work on it. You got to polish it up a little bit. Watch this be this. Ooh, nice. Okay, so even though these cards are reversed, which tells me that you're not quite on that journey yet. You know, you're not quite there yet, but it is there. And there's a reminder that, you know, right now, you love the idea, and there's this good passion here, and there's also a bit of a blessing. And that will come through more next year. And this too. So, yes, you'll get one, but not this year, next year. And be prepared to move, because you will be asked to move. And it's funny because when you talk about a music deal, I mean, what do I know? I always think that means you move to Los Angeles or Toronto, but this feels more like it's Vancouver. It does feel west, but feels like it's there. Anyhow, yes. I wish I could say tomorrow, but 2022 is coming up.
Okay, well, here you go, Desmond. Next time she'll tell you what the cards actually are.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got the 8 of Cups reversed. You got the 9 of Cups reversed, and you got the Lovers reversed.
Okay, there we go. Xena.
Hi, Xena. Nice to see you.
Is Thomas going to see me by surprise? Well, if it's supposed to be a surprise, let's let it be a surprise and not answer that question.
But I am going to see how Xena's doing in general. Let's just see what Spirit has to say to Xena, okay? 'Cause I think the producer's right about the other one. If it's a surprise, leave it a surprise. Okay, so Zenith's grounding. North is the moon, and that's the moon reversed. So this tells me that right now, secrets are coming out. You're starting to find out a thing or two, which is pretty good. Pay attention to your intuition and keep an ear out, because usually I don't encourage people to listen to gossip, but some of the scuttlebutt on the street is interesting. Let's say that. So we got northeast in the message, and your message is from one of the angels, the Archangel Michael, and he's about temperance. And so this tells me the message is that your spirit guides are working hard to put you into balance. And I do see you on a road to success. I think that right now you just need the balance that the universe is sending you. South, your passion, and you've got Three of Pentacles, and Three of Pentacles is a job well done, but there's this idea of skill and craftsmanship. So this is a good time for you to focus in on what you do best. As far as love and romance, these are major arcana cards. So let the hand of fate take care of that, because they're really trying to put you in balance here. But focus in on work. There's some opportunities that just fit right into your skill set, and they're right around you. So, we want to be successful too. And then finally west, and west is your passion, and you have the Tower reversed. And the Tower reversed is kind of destruction, but since it's reversed, it's destruction avoided, or kind of a cap put on it. And so I think that this one right here is telling me that okay, balance and the Tower are mirroring each other, which tells me, and right here too, these are right here. Okay, so basically emotionally, you've already avoided some disasters that plagued you earlier. So you've actually made a lot of improvements on who you are and how you present yourself to the world. That's going to benefit you in relationships. So just be patient, focus in on work. Make yourself more successful, because as you make yourself more successful, that makes relationships more successful. Anytime you have an obstacle or blockage in one area of your life, if you can't unbudget by focusing on that particular area of your life, focus in on another area moving forward, and that will break the blockage. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you time and again. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends. Share, share, share.
And speaking of sharing, Selena wants to know.
Hi, Selena.
What does this new moon energy bring into my relationship?
Well, it's blue moon energy, okay? And blue moon just means the second new moon in a month, second full moon in a month. So you're about 2 weeks away from new moon energy. Actually, between a full moon and a new moon is a good time to get rid of things, get rid of bad attitudes, get rid of bad clothing, bad hairdos, stuff like that. Okay, so clean the closet, whatever. So Selena, new moon energy. I know you want a relationship reading, and here is a relationship reading for you. So, the blue moon energy. And if you're going to take advantage of the blue moon energy, tonight's the night to do it. There's a thing you do called drawing down the moon, where you put something reflective in your hand, and you look at the reflection of the moon in your hand, and you make your wish, and then you turn it down. Then you turn it over, whether you've got like a mirror or something shiny in your hand, and you turn it over. So it's like whatever you've wished for from the moon, you put in your hand. So it's like I'm bringing from the moon to my hand. That's just real old classic thing. Okay, so okay, her question was what the new moon energy was going to bring to her relationship,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so it kind of does a bit of a swing. I think that what you get is at first you get that non-commitment, fear of commitment talk, and it sounds like he's backing off a bit. Okay, so it looks like at first you're really sad, but then it turns around and he comes right back in. So when he says that he's needs a week off or something along those lines, it's okay. He'll come back in. Don't break up with him. I'm gonna have a little space. I think maybe he's going to see his parents or something. I don't know, because I see you kind of missing him. That I see in the Five of Cups. The Hierophant is where I see that the talk of commitment is kind of being turned upside down. Not yet kind of thing. So that tells me that you guys might not be on the same page, but that's a-okay. Even if he needs to go visit home or whatever he needs to go, because I see this kind of period that you're apart and you're looking at going, well, you know, what's going on, and you're wondering where you stand. He comes through at the last minute. This guy, he doesn't want a relationship right now, and he's a little bit of a commitment phobe, but he loves you. So come back to you.
Okay, there we go. One of them. There we are. Next, we have Queen of Swords. What do my professors think of me?
I think you're smart, but you wear your skirt's too short.
Oh no, let's not go down that road.
I'm just kidding, Queen of Swords. Let's see. What do Queen of Swords professors think of her? It's kind of important, you know, to her and to her success as a student.
No, I get that much.
But yeah.
But commenting on how women dress this year is a big taboo. Right, Olympic Committee?
That's right. But I was, you know, they said, what do they think?
Yep.
And professors stand in front of a class and
see eyeballs.
Mm-hmm. And that's all they want to see. Trust me, my dad was a professor for a while. That's all they want to see. They don't really like short skirts or revealing clothing in class. It distracts the boys and it distracts the professors a little too. Okay, so Queen of Swords and her relationships with her professors. See how that goes. Well, now that's interesting. So you've got the King of Swords reversed right here. And I see that as being one professor in particular. I think he might get down on you because he makes you feel, he almost makes you cry because he can be pretty harsh. It's saying he's got a sharp tongue. But he's sharp tongued with you because he thinks you're smart. And he's on your side, and no matter what he says to you to your face, he speaks well of you behind your back. And overall, as far as what your professors think of you, now I'm wondering if you're in university, because it's kind of like that. I wonder if she takes her you know, they're wondering if you'll go to the next level. Like if you're studying for a bachelor, they're kind of wondering if you're actually going to go for your master's or whether you're going to just stop at the bare minimum. Because they're sort of on the fence about you that way. whether you're really a serious student. So if you haven't spoken to them about what your long-term goals are as a student, and you want to be a more serious student, start speaking in terms of long-term goals. You know, they want to hear what your next step's going to be. But they think you're smart. That's a good start. And they think there's potential there. That's another good start.
This afternoon, Haunting Live podcast had a very good friend of ours on, Ava Cromer, who is in the chat with us. Hi, everybody.
It was fabulous.
It was a great show. Really, really loved it. Yep.
They talked about a lot of things. They talked about hauntings. They talked about protection seances. They even talked about crop circles. It was just all kinds of interesting
I lost
stuff.
track. There was so much. And our next question is from Amanda.
Hello, Amanda. How are you?
She would like a general reading.
I can do a general reading. Okay. So the world wants to come out for you. It's still reversed, but that's a good card, whether it's reversed or upside down or right side up. So you're well on your way, and there's more to realize there. Let's see what it says in the middle. Oh, Ace of Wands, Four of Wands. Interesting. Okay, so positively aspected. You have the Five of Cups, but it's reversed. And the Five of Cups, you can tell just by looking at the picture, it's about how it's, kind of being paralyzed, with a sense of loss, by loss. Sometimes when we lose somebody, when we have a breakup, we just kind of, we get that way where we're just kind of sitting there not sure what to do next. Because it's turned upside down, that tells me that you're actually on a healing path. Because when she's turned upside down, then the cups are no longer spilled. And I don't mean that you're going to turn time backwards and be unhurt. I'm telling you that you're getting past it and you're healing, which means it's easier for you to move forward. This is a good thing. Give it another 5 weeks, and I see somebody new coming into your life. Because I see that the wands here, and they haven't quite gotten there yet because they're reversed. But my students know about the Ace of Wands. You got a relationship coming up, and it is leading toward marriage. So good on you. You worked hard for the things that you wanted, and you're on the path that will bring you there. So just don't be like Lot's wife. Don't look back. Just keep one foot in front of the other. Keep going forward.
Like whose wife?
Lot's wife. From the Bible.
Oh. Okay. Well, we went down that road. Janice wants to know what the universe wants her to know.
Ooh. You know what? I'm going to pull out the Lenormand. I haven't done those yet. And this is, I know that I've had people admire this. The deck that I use is Maybe Lenormand by Ryan Edwards. And that is it's a 52 card deck when your normal gypsy cards are, I think, 32, 36, something like that. And he made it a full 52, so you had all the cards. Because the gypsy cards are associated with the playing cards. As you can see, there's playing cards on each one of these. But if you got a 32 card deck, then you're not using all the cards. So, what does the universe, and who is it again?
Janice.
Janice. What does the universe want Janice to know? Okay. So you have the ring, you have the tower, you have the trees. And I know this doesn't mean anything to you. I'll explain it to you. You have the bolt of lightning. That's cool. And finally, you have truce. Okay, so what the universe wants you to know is first off, we start with the trees. And I really get that literally to mean you can't see the forest for the trees. So if you're getting frustrated right now, it's time for you to back off and try and take the 5-mile view of something. You know, if something's frustrating you today, step back and go, okay, where is this going to be 6 weeks up the road? Where is this going to be a year up the road? So start taking this long view, and it'll help you to put things in perspective a little bit more. Because right now, the universe says you're dealing with institutions, and you're dealing with, this is, when you get the Tower and the Lenormand, it's kind of like, it talks about institutions, government, it's rules and regulations kind of thing, not necessarily dealing with other people, but actually dealing with institutional stuff, regulations, and that sort of thing. And that seems to be around you a lot. And you've got the lightning bolt here, and these two together, basically I'm seeing a little bit of inspiration here. I do see you working your way through the current obstacles, but I also see you using the institutions to your advantage. You're using the rules and regulations to your advantage, which is good on you. I very much respect that. So the universe says, make sure you know the rules, make sure you know the rules best, and use it to your advantage. Don't be afraid to speak up, and don't be afraid to pull rank on people. So when we look at the long term, you've got this, you've got the ring here, and you've got the two, and this is like a duet. It's like a truce, the two swords coming together, and you've got 1, 2. So the path you're on now, it does say that you need to focus in on, this has a feeling of career and getting forward, because you're dealing with rules and regulations, and know that you can do this very well right now. But they're also saying, know that if you were to look forward to maybe closer to the holidays, you're going to be dealing with relationship and commitment issues. Well, in a good way. I think that ring ends up on your finger. Okay, so thank you for calling, and Janice, and we'll see you next week. Remember, as I always say, like, share, and tell all your friends.
And if you'd like a reading in person, call 519-272-1293. Next, we have Divine Angel readings, who you did a show with just yesterday.
Yes, and you can go to Divine Angel readings and see that collaboration. We talked about a lot of things. How you doing, Chris? How can I help you?
Chris wants to know whether he'll be doing any readings when they're going up north.
Oh, okay. You've got to figure out a way to advertise locally there. Bulletin boards. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Maybe advertise in the Kijiji up north. I'm just seeing local advertisement. Figure out more ways to get your message out there to the people up north. Actually, Kijiji is a pretty good idea.
Unless the people up north use something else.
That's correct. Okay. Definitely, because at dead center you get the King of Hearts, and you show up as King of Hearts, and it says it's you got the King of Hearts, and you got the house, literally the house, but it feels like it's saying it's your wheelhouse to do this. You're doing what you love to do, and it does say that you've got the cross right here, and this isn't really a good card. It's a card of obstacles. And it's a card of stagnation as well. But you've got the other side, and you got the guy, he's back and all. Anyhow, this is a guy that's in a wine barrel, just having a good old time. And it, it reminds you right in the beginning, it reminds you, you love to give readings, you love to do this, but you're just not doing enough to get your message out. And this one right here does say the message. And if you notice, it goes from 6 to 7. So you can break the obstacles just by finding out a different way to get your message out there. You can get at least 3 readings if you advertise well. And you don't have to pay for it. If you put an ad in the paper, you might get another 3 readings. So an ad in the paper would pay for itself. Make sure that you leave your phone number and your email address, and also the link so people can know a little bit more about you. But if you put a little bit more effort into the advertisement, yes, you can absolutely have readings up north.
Okay, next we have Penny Lane, who wants to know about September.
September's the month after August, Penny Lane.
And the month before October. I found out the other day my birthday is on Thanksgiving Day. Yippee.
So it's another reason to be thankful on Thanksgiving. The world brought us a producer.
When Dad was alive, he did the psychic fairs, and there was always a 3-day fair Thanksgiving weekend. So for 10 years, I didn't have a birthday because they were gone out of town.
And trust me, I've seen pictures from those fairs. Those 2 wore scary shorts.
Are you throwing me under the bus here?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay, well then let me scroll back to this question that I was skipping for you.
No, please no.
Carol wants to know, I have a crush on a professor in school in January 2019. I want to know if he knew I liked him.
Yes.
Okay, moving on.
You weren't subtle.
Oh yeah, Penny Lane's looking for September answers.
You definitely weren't subtle. Okay, so Penny Lane in September. Sorry about being rash, but that was right there all over. You're not the first student that's flirted with him. Okay, so Penny Lane in September. Penny Lane in September. Ooh, that looks nice. Ooh, that looks nice. You're going to be doing some traveling. Okay, so 4 out of 5 of these cards are really good for September. September is going to be an active month for you. It looks like you have at least one guy interested in you in September. I'm wondering if it's 2, though, because when I pick it up, I kind of get this torn between 2 lovers feel. But that's okay. You're not going to be wanting for male attention. And it does look like you're going to get an opportunity to do a little bit of a trip in September. That's cool. You're going to get some good news in September. I see that in the letter here. And that feels... Nope, it's not about work. This is... You might be looking at a message from more of a romantic message, because it feels like September is really focused in on love and travel and fun. So this one's the one that's not so good, and it's actually associated with you, and it shows it's kind of a warning. Do not be a gossip. Because that's what the serpent does. The serpent talks about people. And anytime you talk about somebody in September, it's going to slap you back. Because the Lenormand's kind of saying, okay, you've been warned. So no gossiping in September. Overall, though, look for opportunities, because you've got the sun and the Ace of Diamonds shining down on you in September. So overall, as long as your mouth doesn't get you in trouble, you should have a great September.
And then our next question is from Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne. It's nice to see you.
Suzanne wants to know what's going on at work.
Of course. Well, and it's not for bad reason. It's because she's moving ahead, and it's kind of like dribs and drabs, but she's getting these little opportunities, and then she feels like she stopped. She gets another little opportunity. She feels like she stopped. Gets another little opportunity. She feels like she stopped. So she's doing these baby steps forward. As long as you're stepping forward, girl, you're doing just fine. See, Suzanne's work.
Have you seen babies move? They haul ass.
Ooh. She wanted to know about work.
Yes, she did.
Okay, so they want to tell you about something else, Suzanne, because basically they're saying, right now, just get grounded in your job. I know that you've gone ahead, and you've got somebody who's trying to push you forward, but you also have somebody that's kind of saying, no, gotta wait a bit. So you've got somebody that's kind of slowing you down, but that's okay because where you're at, you can build up your reputation. You can build up your reputation, and you're very personable, and you still have people that you need to know a little bit better. So take advantage of the time they're going to have you sitting at the desk, because it's not going to be too long. Because you've got somebody that's trying to push you forward very, very forcefully, and they'll win. They'll win, but it's going to take maybe, see if I get some timing here. It says 3 to 6 weeks. So that gives you 3 to 6 weeks to chill your heels. Oddly enough, I think you've got love coming your way. So you've got the rose and the heart and the heart and the heart and the guy doffing his hat. And yeah, you've got, you do have love coming your way, Suzanne. So, not too bad. Take a break from work. I know you've been moving forward a lot, and maybe now it's time for you to sit and kind of learn what's right in front of you, but you do have somebody who's pushing pretty strong, saying, that's our girl, move her forward. And it might be a blessing in disguise that you're just sitting still because it's only for a few weeks, but it gives you that much more time to be accustomed to, kind of catch up with yourself skill-wise. But good on you. Not time for you to sit still yet, girl.
Well, working away. Just like Sonia, who would like a reading for the week.
Okay. Sonia. How's Sonia's doing? A lot of little annoyances this week. You got the pig. Oh. Okay, so this week is a week that you can accomplish a lot, and that's at work, because just the key has a real career kind of feel to it, and plus that you've got the diamonds there too, and the 8 of diamonds is about putting your nose to the grindstone and really working. So this is a good time for you to work and focus in on the job ahead of you and really shine, show yourself off, really make sure that they see what a good job you do. And the fact that there's somebody around you that's kind of slacking off a little bit, that's the pig, gives you all the more opportunity. So every time you cover for them, figure out a way for the bosses to see you're covering for somebody. Like I said, little annoyances. I think the little annoyances have to do with the pig here. And yeah, that's just the way the word wants to come out of my mouth. When I look forward and on the path you're on, you are going to have some travel coming up, and that's in the next 7 weeks. All right.
Wonderful. Next we have Kyla,
Hi, Kyla.
Kyla wants to know what she needs to know about next week.
Okay, well, I am pulling out my old friends. Had these cards a long time. They were a gift from my sisters. My sister Anita and Betty bought them for me at a Renaissance fair. And I've had them for 30 years. And they still look good. And they still read well. And they shuffle great. Okay, so Kyla wants to know what?
What Kyla needs to know.
Okay, well, we'll tell Kyla what Kyla needs to know. And this deck is the Scapini, the medieval Scapini. Got a lot of art and literary references in this deck. Beautiful artwork. And we start out by what you need to know is okay, so what you need to know is I keep getting that little birdie. There's a little parable of a little birdie that wouldn't fly south. So finally, he ended up crashing into a field because, you know, when he finally did decide to fly south, his wings froze. He ended up in a field. Cow walking by drops a pie on him, and you guys know what I mean by a pie. And it was disgusting, but it was also warm. And so he's warm for the first time in weeks and was so happy that he stuck his head out and started to sing. Well, a nearby cat, hearing the noise, came by and promptly ate the bird. And the moral of the story is whoever gets you into the doo-doo is not necessarily your enemy, and whoever gets you out of the doo-doo is not necessarily your friend. So, you know, question everybody's motive. That's what I get there in the page of Swords. And I get that because she seems to be going forward, and that black cat, it's kind of like that black cat has the guise of an enemy but is really a friend. Yeah, you have the Queen of Coins reversed coming up, and that's a very positive thing. But because it's reversed, it's telling me that you don't ask for what you need. It's time for you to ask for more money. Yeah, definitely time for you to ask for more money. You're not getting paid for everything you're doing. That's what the universe needs you to know.
Next, we have Nikki who wants to know about how her job interview with FedEx went.
Ooh, FedEx. Oops. They like you. The interviewer really liked you. He thought that you answered the questions well. Just let me put one more card out here. Okay, so it looks like they're going to call some people in for a second interview, and you're going to be one of them. The interview went well. You'll end up getting the job. Three of Pentacles and the King of Wands, both very good career money cards, especially the Three of Pentacles, because Three of Pentacles is about doing a job with skill and getting paid. So good on you. You did well with the interview. You impressed them.
All right. Well, our next question is from David Hernandez, and I'm going to answer this one. If you work hard for your dream, let me try that one again. If you work hard for your dream, David, it will happen. End of story. Next, we have Roy.
Hi, Roy.
Wants to know about when he's going to get a job.
Okay, so I just want to see what the other ones say. Okay, it's giving me an 8 here, but I think you can speed that along. You need to rewrite your resume. So like even when you said that, it's kind of like that idea that you need to reinvent yourself. Take an extra look in that full-length mirror before you go out. Make sure that there's no typos on your resume, because there's something that the interviewers are seeing that you're not. And as soon as you see what they're seeing that's making them think that you're not the one, the quicker you'll find a job.
Okay, next we have Baby Girl, who'd like
Hi,
a
Baby
general
Girl.
reading for next week.
Okay, general reading for Baby Girl. Okay, Baby Girl, next week. Okay, so next week is going to be a busier than expected week. It feels like a lot of old issues that have kind of been stagnant. When it rains, it pours. So all the old issues are starting to come through. So you have a very active week because stuff that you thought was a dead issue comes through again and again. I think getting active and being able, it just feels like obstacles coming down for you. And I could see with the Nine of Swords, you start in a place of frustration. So the week starts out a little frustrating. You feel like you can't get forward. But when the walls break about midweek, it all comes down and you have things coming through really, really, really fast. So take care of the small things early on in the week, because once things start coming through, you're going to be working very fast. You're going to have a lot. It's going to be a busy week, and it ends on a good note. It ends with the sun, even though the sun it's reversed. I do see that you're going to, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that weekend is going to be a lot of fun. You're going to see some of your friends, but not all of them. Okay, so good week for you.
Okay, that was our last question as far as I know. We had a comment about the doo-doo. The third moral is if you're happy in a pile of doo-doo, keep quiet about it.
Yes.
Another thing about it is that if doo-doo is being flung towards you, get away from the monkey cage.
Good advice.
So now we're going to do our 3 cards for the week.
Oh my. Yes, and as always.
Or do you want to talk about the Ghosts of the Queen's Inn?
Of course I want to talk about the Ghosts of the Queens. I hope that all of you come and see me. The Ghosts of the Queens is such a fun event. It's taking place on Friday the 29th and the 30th at the Queen's Inn, and it's $140 per person, and that would include your dinner on Friday night. There is going to be speeches. I'm going to be talking about the Ghost of the Queen. A Haunting Live podcast guys are going to be talking about the paranormal investigations, and they're actually going to be showing the tools that they use. And then there's Marianne Kennedy from the Ghosts of Dufferin County and beyond, and she's going to be talking about her experiences as a paranormal investigator and a medium. Then on Saturday, there's going to be workshops all day. I'm going to teach a workshop on playing cards. Chris from Haunting Live podcast is going to be teaching Kyle Gray's course on how to get in touch with your angels. And Marianne Kennedy is going to be giving a workshop on mediumship. So I hope to see you there. Saturday night, we're going to have an investigation of some of the more haunted rooms. So you can see the Haunting Live podcast guys use the tools that they talked about on Friday night. And then there's going to be a seance chaired by your queen and monitored by my producer.
If you don't behave, you're out.
Yeah, he's the bouncer. So that should be a lot of fun. And stay at the Queen's. They have a nice block of rooms. A lot of the rooms have 2 beds. So if you can share a room, share the cost, and keep the cost down that way. And with your rooms come comes a continental breakfast on Saturday and Sunday morning. So I hope to see you there. Go to the Haunting Live podcast website for more information or to buy your tickets.
And if you'd like to get a reading from Sally in person, call the Spa Near the Tracks. Their phone number is 519-272-1293. And next, we're going to get on with the final segment of our weekly program.
The crystal reading.
Crystal card. Oh, crystal reading?
Well, no, it's the crystal cards, but I want to say one more thing. If you come and see me at Spa Near the Tracks, and anybody that sees me knows this, I have a crystal bowl here, and I just brought it home because I'm going to top it off.
Put it down.
Oh, I have a brand new shipment of crystals, so this will be full. It's got all kinds of different crystals, and everybody gets to pick a crystal out of this bowl at the end of a reading. So you always leave with a crystal when you get a reading with Sally Diane.
Woohoo!
That's just an added bonus.
It's part of it. You used to get a tape, but then they stopped making tapes.
Yeah, I don't know if very many people actually listen to those tapes anyway.
Yeah, I listened to a few, and they were barely listenable.
Well, that's because it took part in the psychic fairs, and psychic fairs are these huge auditoriums, so you had all kinds of background noise. Unless you went to visit a psychic who had a little microphone like what I have. Of course, if you come and see me for a reading and you want to record your reading, you're more than welcome to record it. It is allowed.
Yep, just pull out your phone and tell it to record.
That's right.
Okay, so here we go. First card.
First card. Card number 1. Card number 2. And card number 3. So, pick which one resonates with you. Do you resonate with card number 1? Pick card number 1. Card number 2 or card number 3. If you pick card number 1, you picked mandala. And mandala is kind of a combination of crystals. So it means that this week you're going to be dealing with a combination of different things. So put on your juggler's hat because you are going to have multiple things to deal with. But also the mandala brings in spiritual guidance and spiritual protection. So even though you'll be busy, you're also going to be well spiritually connected. Might be a good week to start doing some readings for yourself. And if you pick number 2, you pick ground. Just ground. And that is the advice there is to be practical. Make sure you read everything twice. Be very cautious about everything because it's saying that you need to be grounded. So don't make impulsive decisions this week. And finally, if you picked number 3, you picked Moonstone. And Moonstone actually says goddess. And the Moonstone is very closely related to the feminine moon energy. This is a good week for you to focus in on family and love issues. And with the moon likes intuition, but it also likes communication. So let people know how you feel, especially if it's positive. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Remember to like and share and subscribe. So the more subscribers we have, the better. And I will see you next week, right here at 9 o'clock on the Queen of Ooga Booga YouTube channel for Psychic Sundays Live.
That's it. That's all. Good night, folks. Have a good week. Bye-bye.